128, which works great for everything else. All right, good deal. The GT9 is a great antenna. It's got lots of gain, so good deal. And we really appreciate you being there, and hopefully hear you again next week. Absolutely, I might have to get a 220 radio at some point. I was looking at those, but might be a little while before I get one. But eventually, well, we call that our secret frequency because there's not very many people on 220, and but we're having like 9, 10 check-ins sometimes. Awesome. Isn't it true that those radios are really low power? They're only 5 watts. I was looking at a couple of radios, and it looks like they only go to 5 watts. No, mine is 50. Copy. So it's 50 watts on 220. Yes. We use are 60 watts. The cells is a TYT, the 9000 model. Copy. So a TYT 9000. That sounds great. I'll pick that one out. That's what I have, and it's a great radio. All right, yeah, copy that. I'll check that out. All right. Anybody else, any place, anywhere before we close? Call now. And one more thing, Eric. We do 6 meters later on tonight if you're able to hang in. That'll be another hour from now. Yeah, cool. I'd love that. I made some FCA contacts on 6 meters, and I've called CQ a bunch of times, but I've never heard SWAT on 6. So if that's tonight, I'll work on that little sheet, and yeah, that would be cool to check that out. Are you going to check in on the 2 meter net, Eric? Let me check. I might. I was looking at the digital one, but yeah, I see there's another one here at 8. So yeah, I'll try checking on that too. All right. Well, then, and Paul gives instructions about which net we're going to do and everything and where to go. So don't miss that. All right. Great C4FM net tonight with 9 check-ins. And we appreciate everybody being there and hope to hear you again next Saturday night at 7:30. And hope to hear you over on 2 meters in just about 15 minutes or so. This is KM4 YRS. I'm QSY at 2 meters.
Make sure to check the thumbnail out, man.
I'll do it right now.
Oh, you're gonna be sending money over. You're gonna bring your wallet over here.
Don't forget, I'm the treasurer. All money goes through me.
All right.
I think maybe we're getting another record kickback.
All right. All righty, this is K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Net. If you see anything wrong, if there's no audio, let me know. If there's the video's messed up, let me know. But I don't think it is. I think I got it right this time. Anyway, this is K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, and we're going to. If there's any emergency traffic, just jump in there and say so. We'll be happy to handle it for you. I don't think there will be though. Hang on one second. I also got to do something here. Here we go. Got to mute myself so I don't hear myself twice. Where was I? Oh yeah. You can check it. You can, if you have an emergency, check in at any time. By the way, I just want to make a note here. I don't know who's on the air right now to listen, but I talked to I talked to Richard for around 20, 30 minutes this afternoon. He's doing better in the hospital, and he's looking like he's recovering. And he's, I think they got it all figured out. He had a really serious infection that seemingly was going to kill him, but he said it looks like he's going to be released here in the next handful of days to go home. So that was good news, really good news. We thought he was a goner earlier this week. Okay, we'll move on. For information on the net, you can go to YouTube right now. You can see me if you care to. You can block it out with a piece of paper too if you want to, or tape or a book or something. Or you can drape a towel over that side of your screen maybe. Or and you also go to go to K4PEW. Just do a search for that and it'll come up. And you can go to 146415.net for information on Simplex, or you can go to groups.io and go to MJSS. That's Mike, Juliet, Sierra. In their search block to come up with our email system, and which is really a reminder system for all the nets, our nets as well as others, and information on Simplex and information on ham radio. And if you have technical questions, jump in there too. You don't have to go into it though if you don't want to. You can just see the net schedule, and that's all you need, and that's good too. We've got almost 200 people in there, so you won't be lonely. Also, you can go and send me an email at k4pew@awrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Saturday and Wednesday nights. I always say that backwards. It's actually Wednesday, but this is Saturday. It's the end of the week. And we're starting that here in 146.415. That's .415 FM. And of course, you already knew that because they're there. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hearing me. And also, we're going over to 144.240 after that on upper sideband, and that will be followed by 50.135 on upper sideband. And then we're going over to 223.415 on the mostly secret frequency, which we get as many check-ins on that as we do often on the digital nets, and also as often as on the 70 centimeter, as much as we get sometimes on the 6 meter net. 10 meter net usually gets more, but we've had as many as I think 14, I think, on the 220 net. So we're not begging for people to get on. I'm just saying that if you swing it at some point, you want to get on the air on 220, you haven't had another band to your arsenal. Funny way to say that. It's not really an arsenal, but to your arsenal, to your ability to communicate everywhere. You're welcome here. Let's see. We also don't. Well, the purpose of it is to have fun. Figure out what we're doing, what we're not doing right. Listening to other people is always fun on for when you're looking for advice. Just try to figure out who you can hear, who you can't hear. You can do that through the YouTube that we have here, so you can hear. I'll always say where I'm talking to, because sometimes one station can't hear another, somebody way far east and one far west. They don't know who I'm talking to, but they can hear it on YouTube, and so they can still get in on the conversation. At least they can hear the conversation, and at least they know that, oh yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to put up a 200-foot tower to listen to him, and nobody's asking anybody to do that. You got to live with what you got within your means. It's a hobby. For gosh sakes, it's a hobby. Try to tell me that though after spending not too much money. Enough. Don't tell my wife though. As far as events, I don't know of any big events going on other than the 10 meter net tomorrow night on 28.415. That's Michael, KM4YRF does that net. He moves over to 29.415 on FM, only FM net on 10 meters that I know of, at least within maybe 50 miles. But there may be more. I don't know. Maybe they have one up in Louisville. I don't know. But anyway, 10 meter net. And then he moves over to do a C4 FM net on 10 meters. I think that might be the only one on the planet. Maybe even in the galaxy, I'm going to say. Probably the galaxy. And that's on 10. Where is that? 28.250. Is that the one, Michael?
29.250.
That's right. 29.250. I had that all messed up. I got to write that down. 29.250. I'll forget it by tomorrow anyway. 29.250. Very good. I'm pretty sure I have that correct on the front page. Make sure I got that on the front page of the. I put that on there for me, Michael. On the front page of the what do you call it? Group site. Anyway, any other announcements besides that? Don't forget to do, and of course, it moves on to 223.415 as well. We have three nets on 220. That's Wednesday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So lots of opportunities to get on there and see who's there. Any other announcements I need to know about, or we need to know about? All righty. Well, we'll be starting from the north tonight, and that's a big deal. We just rotate it counterclockwise for some reason. I started that way some years ago and just stayed with counterclockwise, which is backwards from any rational thinking whatsoever, although it doesn't really matter. Unless you're trying to, well, there's nothing you can't do counterclockwise. You can do clockwise. All right. Any other questions or announcements? All righty. Well, then we're going to jump in there. Before we start with North, we're going to take short on time mobile or first time check-ins.
KN4, TJF.
Hey, what you doing, Rick?
Hey, man, I'm just reveling in the fact that Tennessee beat Alabama.
Oh, you mean from last week?
No, tonight.
Oh, I was thinking of Vanderbilt. Man, Alabama's going to be down at the bottom. They're going to kick them out of the SEC.
Serves them right. I'm sorry. I can't do the time, man. Sorry.
I can't believe they beat them. That's unreal, man. They're falling apart.
Yeah, 24-17. Made my day.
Boy, you got a really shallow life, you know that?
Yes, I do. But however, I just came back from the body farm, so overlook what I'm saying.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, man. If you're looking for babes, they're over there.
I'm going to tell you what. You cracked me up today, buddy. I tell you what, I laughed on the way home. I don't know what it was. It just hit me just right.
No, it's a funny concept, and it hit me that it hit me the same way, and I never thought about it before,
Right. Appreciate what you do, Paul. Thanks, man. Enjoyed the breakfast this morning. Had a great time as always, and I'll see you later. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. That's Rick over West Ashland City, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. And his name is Rick. Who else is West? Or anywhere, not West. Hold on. Short on time mobile or first time chickens?
It's WI4G, just short time.
Very good. How you doing there? I'll think of your name in a second. How you doing, Jeff?
I've been up since about 3 o'clock this morning, so you're going to go in there and just kind of just drift off. But I'm supposed to get my radio today, but I got a message from Amazon stating they'll be delaying it. Should be here tomorrow. Then I got to wait to get my antenna, and I'll be on that secret frequency with you guys for too much longer.
Hey, I doubt that you will have a problem, but when you get that radio, I want you to try something. Put it on to low power, which is, I believe, 5 watts. Hook it up to your existing 2-meter antenna, and it should get out pretty good.
Okay, well, I may try that. But, I'm just, I have a J-pole with it. I ordered a J-pole. It's something that helps stick up, just to try to see what it does. So, I will try my diamond antenna with it.
Yeah, because Frank did that, and he has a 2-meter, he has a VHF UHF tuner that he hooked up to it. And I can't tell the difference between that and any other antenna out here on 220.
Okay, well, I'll give it a shot and see what happens with it. But it's supposed to come sometime, tomorrow before 10 p.m. But you know how Amazon is.
Yeah, well, they're pretty good, and sometimes it comes earlier, sometimes doesn't come at all. No, usually it comes. Anyway, very good. Anything else, Jeff?
That covers it. I'm going to go ahead and just sign on out, and I'll check you guys tomorrow. So 73 WI4G.
Yeah, very good. That was Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf, big signal. Who else is short on time mobile or first time checking?
Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha.
Hello, Ricky. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just going to be in and out tonight. I basically I'm backup antenna and backup radio, and I just wanted to make sure I could get in.
Oh yeah, you're doing great.
Okay, well that's it for me. My wife's fixing to go to bed, and I don't want to be on the radio, so I'm going to get off of here. God bless everybody out there. Stay poor, BWA.
Very good. That's Ricky in Portland, and he does the 2 meter simplex net on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock on 147.555. So that's where you need to be on Thursday nights. 147.555. It starts at 7, or usually runs for about an hour, or does a great job on the Sumner County. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess he calls it the Sumner County Simplex Net, but it doesn't matter. It's a Simplex Net. Anybody else short on time mobile or first time chickens?
KD4, be easy.
Hello, Earl. What's up?
Nothing much other than my belly's thinking my throat's cut, so I need to ease into the kitchen and fix me some chin grease and stuff. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. I do that I fix my own dinner every night, almost every night. And I enjoy doing that though. That way I get what I want.
Well, okay, yeah. I had to look at the menu via the open door of the cupboard to see what was in there to make a decision. Sometimes, I don't know. For me, sometimes making a decision is kind of determine on which shoe fits on the wrong or the right foot. But anyway, I'll catch you later, Paul. Be good, be careful. Save your trees out there, anyone and everyone, and hang on tight and enjoy the ride. KE4 and DEZ back to net.
Very good. That was Earl. He's in Noreen. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Big signal. That's over just east of the Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is short on time mobile or first time chicken? All right, we're going to move on to the north. Please come now.
KB9RKK.
Hey, Frank. Hey, listen, how much difference did you see in when you did put the 220 radio on the dual band antenna in?
In some parts, the SWR is perfect, but 415, it's probably closer to 1, which is not great. But with the tuner, I got it at 1.1.
Yeah, I don't know if you told me. I was telling Jeff that, as I recall, it was could tune it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just making the radio happy. Even that part where it is, whether it really works right, I don't know. But it's getting on. I can hear just about everybody. I just don't hear some people quite as well. But that could just be like my location. But yeah, I do think a real antenna would be better. But a real antenna in the house versus this not so good one way upside. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's still better than the one in the house.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. No, I think that's a good idea. Are those still commercially available? Those 2 meter or those VHF, UHF tuners? Because I haven't seen one since MFJ.
I don't know. They're not making them anymore, but it's an MFJ 921 is the model.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could be smart and probably build one if we had to.
Yeah, it's a very simple one. It's a very simple way. If you wanted, you can almost make it even. This one's fairly wide. It does 144 to 2. It does the whole 2 meter and 1.25 meter, the whole stretch there. But yeah, you could probably make one yourself. It's really small. It's smaller than the radio in a way.
Everything else going good?
Yeah, couldn't complain. We had a beautiful day. I got some stuff done. I wasn't able to go to the breakfast, but because I had other stuff to do, work related stuff. But even in between the few calls I got, I was able to get some personal stuff done. Got the garage cleaned out. Found some stuff I was looking for, and that alone made my day.
I know. I was fortunate. I had a short run of that today. I said, I'm going to put this other radio in the car that I used to have in there. So I drug it out there and I realized the mount isn't on the radio. I go, where the heck did I put that mount? For the, it's got one of those flexible stands that, you can swing around from the floor, it's mounted on the floor. I go, did I lose that? So I came in here and I looked around a little bit. I go, I had another radio in that car with that mount. Or sure enough, it was on the other radio.
Yeah, I actually off this week, next week after I finish my on-call tour here this weekend. But I took next weekend off to get some other stuff done. I was actually thinking about putting the other radio back in the car, but now you made me think, where is that mount? I'm looking for that next.
No, it's true. There's too much stuff. I thought, where in the world? And I was afraid to start looking because actually, I'm glad I came up short on just doing that because then I went, yeah, the last time I went down to what I did is I went down to I put the 2 meter only radio in the car, and that's what I put the mount on when I went down to what do you call Huntsville, and because it's a couple hours back and forth, so I figured I'd do that. And then I took it out when I was done. There goes my memory on where the mount went.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I'm gonna need that, and now I'm thinking about it. I moved. I'm gonna need a new trunk lip mount if I do that. We'll see. I might not get done at this weekend. I'm taking another week off for my birthday and Thanksgiving. My birthday's actually on Thanksgiving this year, so which is kind of unique because I was born on Thanksgiving, so it doesn't always line up because of leap year. So there's only a few other times I was doing the math. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll make it to that other time because I'll be. I don't know if I'll be in the 90s.
Well, what is that? The 24th?
No, it's the 28th this year.
Why? Since when do they have it on a Monday?
It's a Thursday.
I'm looking at October on a calendar, and it says the 24th and the 31st are the Thursdays.
Yeah, no, November 28th.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking it was October. What a dumbass. That's funny.
Yeah, that's your Halloween. It's going to be around that time this month.
Yeah, no, my one son's birthday is now I forget. It's either the 27th or 28th of the month because it was right dead on the weekend of Thanksgiving back in '74, I think it was.
Yeah, so every time, the few times that it happened as an adult, when I was a kid, it really didn't. But the last few times, the family tried to be funny. They're like, yeah, well, we don't need a turkey. We got ham because you're the turkey this year. I'm like, yeah, I got it.
Oh, that's funny. No, Thanksgiving's always good. Of course, those are the good old days. Hardly anybody lives near their family anymore. Like I haven't lived near my, central family in 50 years, more than 50 years.
Yeah. Well, my folks are down in Florida, and my sister's down in Florida, but my brother and my nephews and nieces are still in the Chicagoland area, and my sister-in-law is the day before her birthday's the day before mine. So between the two of us, we're always usually getting every couple of years or so. It ends up being on Thanksgiving, so we kind of combine it all together. So that makes it kind of cool.
Yeah, what's crazy is Florida's took such a whooping on two of those storms, and I think people are having second thoughts on moving to there again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But look at, people thought that isn't going to happen in the, where it happened out in East Tennessee and West North Carolina. But yeah, it makes you think about it. Just like I wouldn't, I didn't realize over here was going to be the tornadoes we get. Now, luckily, it's not been personally bad for me. You had a close call there, and and then as I got into this weather stuff, you start learning facts, figures, and things, and you find out, wow, Tennessee has the most nighttime tornadoes out of anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a nightmare, and thinking about that it's almost always at night. Well, the neat part about Florida is my son still lives in the house he was raised in, and he's I don't know how far that is, 12, 15 miles from the coast, from the beaches, and yeah, no problems whatsoever. Right in the middle of Tampa, none. It rained. It rained and it was a little windy, and that's the way it's been in Tampa for 100 years. Think about that, 100 years without a major storm hitting them and destroying it.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know. They got kind of lucky. I mean, as bad as it was, they kind of didn't hit it directly this time. They kind of went into Sarasota between the two bays. But I'll tell you, the one thing that I always, again, I started learning about the lightning and everything. Tampa's got the most lightning held, but it's the name of the team.
Oh yeah, when I lived in Tampa, on the air, if there's one thing you can count on the air is discussions about lightning protection or disconnecting all your coax and your power supplies during the summer when you're not on the air.
Yeah, well, pulse will still get you though. Even if you disconnect there's just so much lightning there, and that's where they learned that putting the stuff underground doesn't really help either.
No, no, it doesn't. In fact, my son said that. He goes, "How come they don't put the electrical lines under the ground? Because there's so many power outages during the storm." I go, A, they can't afford it, and B, you can't. It's hard to maintain and make changes to underground stuff, especially utilities like that.
Yeah, and also I guess in their testing it didn't help as much. It didn't really do what you thought it was going to do. But man, anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for doing the net, and so far I've been able to hear everybody. I had a little bit of trouble with Rick, but lately I have, but I can still get them and still copy them 100%. It's just weird that I used to get them almost not quite as clear as I get you, of course, but like no problem. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah, yeah, we had a good night on C4 FM tonight too. It was really clear, and DMR wasn't too shabby, and D-Star was horrible. It's amazing how just the difference between the modes and the frequencies. Anyway, it's good tonight. Frank has a big signal to me. That's Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo, in Northwest it's at Mount Juliet. Who else is wherever I was? North. Hello. You're going to tell us all about Faraday cages and lightning protection, right?
Nope, I'm retired.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just know one thing. If it's going to hit you, it's going to hit you. I don't care what you do. It'll kill something.
Yep, and the old saying that lightning never strikes twice in the same place is a lie. I have had building rooftops that got hit every time that had a little storm come through.
Oh yeah, no, this there's a reason buildings like the World Trade Center and a lot of buildings in New York City, including the what do you call it, the what do you call it, the Empire State Building. It's been hit probably thousands of times since 1930, 2930 when it went up. I mean, just thousands of times, and that's why you have lightning rods and huge cables that go down to the earth.
Yep. So that's it. It's been a football day over here, so far so good, and Georgia is whooping up on Texas. It's a good game. I'm gonna go watch it. So have a good day.
Yeah, but it was big news that Alabama got beat by Florida. That's unbelievable. I mean, by Tennessee. Anyway, sounds good. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo Zero, November, Oscar, Oscar. Who else is North?
KE4TWI.
Hey, Wes, everything okay?
All's good in Possum Town. Went kayaking today with Dinah. And Robin was there. Nobody got wet. A good time was had by all.
Nobody tipped over, huh?
No, it was an uneventful, fun afternoon.
I didn't realize Robin has a kayak.
Well, okay, he had a canoe with one of his buddies, which I'm kind of jealous of now. I'm thinking that would work good for us too. But anyway, it was a good day. It was cold this morning, but it got a little steamy in the truck afternoon. But everything's good. Awesome down KE4TW.
Nah, it's been a beautiful day, like you said. That was Wes, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India, and he's in Possum Town. Nice day on the Cumberland in a kayak and a canoe. Sounds good. I've never been on the Cumberland on any kind of watercraft. Who is Elsa's North? Well, I'm pretty sure that's Danny, KD4GON. Isn't that you? Because you're noisy.
Oh, he's saying he can't hear you.
Okay. Well, I can hear him, but it's really noisy.
He's got a great signal to me.
Can't imagine why it would be any different. I mean, I can see it. I mean, he's lousy signal to me, but there's just something going on between me and him.
Those dang right.
I think he needs that coaxial rejuvenator tools.
Oh yeah, man, that would fix it right up, I'm sure.
Or I need it. One of the two. I got to get a manual for that though. I mean, it's two connectors. All right, Danny, I got you in there. I don't think you can hear me. Tell him I got him in there, and that's KD4GON, and he's up in Comfort Station or whatever that's called up there near Cottontown. Who else is north?
Danny, we got you in there, buddy.
VW, calling Angeltown Bethpage.
Hey, very good. We got you in there, Carlin. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah. I got done eating supper there about 10 minutes ago. So allowed me to get in here. I was right at the beginning of it on the C4 FM in there. And I come in here and checked in, then turned around, went in there and started pigging out. So, and then I was thinking, well, am I going to get done now before this starts? It worked out that I did. So anyway, pretty good supper.
Yeah, very good. Everything going good at your end of the earth?
Yeah, still picking up the cans out there. I went there and picked up a little bag full of them this afternoon. So it wasn't as big last night. Tonight as it was last night, but of course it's a whole lot warmer today. So I guess it cools off enough it'll drop some more off. It seems like when it gets real good and cool, it drops a bunch more than it does if it stays on up in temperature and stuff. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm picking them up, pulling them up, so that's all that matters. Anyway, hello to everybody on the net. I guess I'll let you turn it back over to you, let you get some more check-in. So this is Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, Carlin up there in Angeltown Bethpage, back to net control.
Yep, very good. That was Carlin. He's in Bethpage, Angeltown. Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Good signal tonight. Who else is north?
Kilo, November 4, Echo, Romeo, India, Eric in Goodlettsville.
Hello, Eric. Yeah, you have an excellent signal. Yeah, I think you are close to your elevation is somewhere between 700 or 800 at your QTH.
Yeah, it must be because everything seems to work really well. I'm happy. I might have to get a tower after all because seems like things work pretty well.
Well, it actually occurred to me. I was sitting doing my stupid, my minded tricks on myself, and I thought, what would be the ideal situation for an emergency system for your own home? Forget the electrical and forget the power and stuff at the moment. But I thought to myself, well, if you were gonna put up, somebody would ask me and say, what would you do if you needed forget a repeater for the moment. Let's just say it's an emergency station for Simplex, and you go, well, I guess I'd put up a 100-foot tower, and well, then you have to ask yourself, well, what if that gets hit by lightning or blown down or whatever, or the antenna fails, in the middle of the mess, and you go, well, that's why you need a second tower. It's on the ground, or completely, that you can put back up immediately of the same size. And I'm thinking, how much money would that cost? Because I know, like a motorized tower that's 100 foot. I forget the last time I looked at the price. It was like 20 grand.
Yeah, copy that. Not cheap. Yeah, they got the tilt ups and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think a tower is on the hit list maybe within the next year. But right now it's just it's doing great. I'm very very pleased with what I got for right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can do much better than 60 over at my QTH.
Copy that. Yeah, you're pegging the meter here as well.
Yeah, it just goes. My elevation. The ground elevation is 686, and the antenna's up about 25, 30 feet at the base. So probably 20. I don't remember now, but I have to go look. But 20 feet. So I'm really at 700 and a little over 700 feet at the base of the antenna. But I'm in such a great position going north as far as elevation goes and going west. I can actually see the lights over there in Hermitage and Donaldson, and in fact, even depending on, well, I got trees in summer, I can't see it, but in the winter, I can see it perfectly out over there. I'm a clear shot into Davidson County is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I talked to quite a few people in Kentucky, even from here on Simplex as well, and I think it was about 100 miles or so.
Yeah, they've got the distinct advantage though. I mean, you have the advantage going north, just like I do. They have the elevation goes. I don't know when the elevation quits. I just know that the ridge up there puts them up there at quite a stretch.
Yeah, copy that.
Well, very good. Anything else for the net, Eric?
Nope, that's it. C4FM was great too. It was great to check in and appreciate it.
Yeah, that was a big net for us tonight. That was, I think there was 10 in there. It was really good, and I'm glad you're able to participate. It was good to have you here. That was Eric, Kilo November 4, Echo Romeo India, and he's in Goodlettsville. Who else is where was I? West, north or west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. How you doing, Greg?
Fine. Fine. Sounds like we've been moving some of those 220 rigs as well as some Comet and Diamond antennas. We should be getting our kicks back into this month.
That's right. That's right. I don't think the checks are going to clear though. Did you see that device I put up there? My new invention.
Yeah, I know. Those your thumbnails are important to you.
Yeah, well, I find them entertaining.
Yes, I know you do.
Yeah, well, other people seem to. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I have a good time.
Good deal. I didn't think it was real though.
Oh man, you got no faith at all. It's a rejuvenator for cable, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but look, it looks like you just pasted the letters right on top of that picture.
No, I got a really poor mechanical, printer that he ain't worth a damn. I'm paying him enough.
Yeah, they weren't angled right. The shadows weren't right.
It's hard to do that. I mean, I can move them in Photoshop, but not very well. I can't make them line up properly. It's funny. And let's put it this way: I don't know how to do it. Make it that clear.
And I don't know how to do it either.
Very good. Yeah, I know you can move them. You can make them do all kinds of silly things, but I just don't want to line up the way I want them to. I could have just left it as a black box and just put the description there, as a separate entry, but that's all right. I like it the way it is. That was Greg. He's in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is West?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
Hey, Jack. What was it? Was somebody's husband trying to chase you down this morning at the breakfast?
No, it was good seeing the ones that were there, though.
Nah, it was good. Yeah, I love talking about the body farm. That's my best. That's the best.
Well, always a good topic of conversation, especially around Halloween.
Ah, it's just organic material, man. Going back to the earth.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of microbes.
Yeah. Well, some of us have. No, that's some of us have more excrement inside than others.
Especially the ones in office.
Oh my gosh, they have it overflowing, don't they?
Really. Well, anyway, thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll see you on the next one. And everybody sounded really good tonight. Conditions are pretty good.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good. Although, see, what do you call it? Well, I'll get it straight. D Star was awful tonight.
Yeah, it was the only one, though. All the rest have been pretty good.
Yeah, very good. That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor. Yeah, all I want from government is just tell us the truth. That's all I want from politicians. Just tell us the truth. No BS, just the truth. If you don't tell us the truth, we kill you. Who else? That was Jack, by the way, in Donaldson. Who else is West?
KC4, TNQ.
Very good, Charles. You sound good. You hearing everybody tonight on good conditions?
Oh yeah, I heard Danny's fine, and Eric and Gilson, he got an excellent signal to West Nashville.
Oh yeah, it's killer. He was killer to me. I mean, he was 60 over. It's awesome. If he's not careful, I'll make him net control.
Roger. Yeah. So 4 times this week I have tried to see that comet to the west, and I have yet to see it. I think I just got too much light pollution in my area.
I got the same problem. I got all the Nashville light pollution to my west.
I can't see it. You can or cannot? No, I so wanted to. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. Oh, that's okay, because I don't know how that magnitude thing works. It's supposed to be like a 4.5 now. I think the higher the magnitude, the harder it is to see. But I have tried 4 times this week to see the thing and have yet to see it. So I'm giving up.
You're gonna have to go downtown and get up in one of those buildings at the top and go on the roof.
Yeah, I think I probably need to go to Hickman County and get up on a hill somewhere where I can see out in the dark.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. I've got some pictures that came from through Tony there in Smyrna. You want me to send them to you?
Yeah, you can put them on the whatever it is you call that.
Yeah, the thingy, the email thingy.
Yeah, just put it out there for everybody. That'd be great. I have seen some pictures. I forget somewhere. Well, on the line somewhere. I forget where it was now, but you know, on TV, I think the news was kind of showing it some, but they were. I ain't gonna tell where they were pulling it from. But as far as from my location, I can see some stars in that direction, but I can't see a comet.
You're not old enough to remember the comet Kahutek, are you?
No, a couple of maybe 2 years ago, we could see one to the north. I went to my brother's house up in Jolton. I could see one from up there.
Now, this was back in 73, 4, or 5, somewhere. I forget. I looked it up too and I forgot. But if you look it up, you'll get a kick out of it because it's Kahoutek, Kahutek, kind of like how it said. And before that comet came, all the astronomers and everybody and their mother was saying this is going to be the biggest light show on the planet for a comet in in 100 years. And everybody was really excited. And all it was a little tiny streak in the air off to the west. It was hilarious because everybody went, "Oh boy, that's all you got."
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that one I seen at my brother's house a couple of years ago. You can see it really good, but I'm having trouble on this one.
Yeah, well, they're neat. There's no question about it. Those kind of astronomical things are neat and often once in a lifetime stuff to see those kind of things. But they're impressive only knowing that what they do, not that there's some big flashy thing like our sun.
Yeah, that's correct. And of course, it's on its way out, heading out to outer space again, or the nether regions, I would say. But anyway, y'all have a good evening. Good talking to you, Paul. Everybody sounding good. KC4, thank you.
Very good. That's Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. He's in West Nashville. Who else is west?
Canadian UT.
Hey, stranger, what's up? Haven't heard from you in a while. I was thinking about you.
Hey, I'm doing good, Paul. Hope you're doing well. I got my GMRS license today.
Oh, very good. You have big plans for that in some way?
Just talked to some of the family members that won't get their hands licensed.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot more activity on GMRS these days.
Yeah, a lot more hams are getting them, so they made it sound good enough. I did it.
Well, if you don't mind, can I be your cousin and I can use your license?
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to spell or pronounce my name.
That's okay.
Okay, very good. Everything good with you?
Yes, sir. Thanks for doing the net, bud. NAD.
Very good. That's Carl. He's over in Franklin, November 8th, November Uniform Tango. Yeah, you need to jump on those digital nets, man. We had a whopping 4 on D-Star today. That was really awful. And our C4 FM was up at 10. Or maybe you already heard that. Or yeah, 10. Anyway, that was Carl. Franklin, November 8th, November Uniform Tango. And a big signal too, Carl. Who else is west? Oh, to the south. To the south, please. Just one. Even half of one. Somebody lie. Very good. We got you in there, Larry. You doing all right? We're really poor conditions for D-Star tonight. Yep, that's Larry. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He's in Rockville. Who else? He does the D-Star net. D-Star. Yeah, the D-Star net on Saturday night, 7:15, 146 460. Simplex. Be there if you're listening, and you got D-Star, of course. You can pretend, but you won't be able to hear anything. Who else is south?
Get 2, Kilo India 4, November, Delta, November.
Oh, I almost moved on you there, David.
Oh, that's all right. I had it on the wrong channel, keyed up and almost spoke and noticed that I was going to transmit on the wrong frequency. So anyway, good evening to you, Mr. Paul, and again, as always, appreciate all you do, and 7-3 to everybody on the net. This is KI4ND, and back to you, sir.
Oh yeah, thanks for the nice words. I'm doing the Smith County, Carthage, the Carthage Amateur Radio Club asked me to come over and to give a talk on Simplex to their club meeting on Monday night. So that's what I'm doing Monday night. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about really. I mean, I just say, well, if you want to do a Simplex night, you just get on the air and get on the air. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I haven't met those people over there. I probably met them in person at some point, but anyway, that's what I'm doing. A presentation on Simplex nets.
Right
that as long as you're doing that, just talk about repeaters only.
Well, what's ironic about this, it was set up a few weeks ago, and not ironic. And the important, in simplex is important. But what's great about this is it's right after what's happening up there in the Carolinas and East Tennessee. And it's the importance of it's so much activity on the repeater at Mount Mitchell. Yeah, but I don't know how much is doing simplex because I can't hear simplex from here.
Oh, I understand totally. Well, ask yourself this question. Without any power, without any thing but a battery and a radio and some wire, no other connection to the outside world, and there you have it. That's what we need to look at for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I don't know what was going on locally though in those areas that they lost water, they lost sewer, they lost power, and some of them lost their homes. So I don't know what they were doing on Simplex, but I'm guessing there was a bunch of people there, if not at that moment or within a day or so, who were over there on Simplex and or able to talk to the repeaters over there in Asheville.
Yes, sir. I guarantee. Who knows? But you know that the hounds were trying, and you like I do, how resourceful hounds are, and give them just a little bit to work with, and they'll make move mountains, if you will.
Well, here there's a joke about that, but it's not about ham radio. It's about if you ever break down, you could fall into a swamp in the south, and you'd have 6 guys coming to help you drag it out.
Yes, sir. I'll let you carry on, sir. Thank you, and I appreciate everything. 73 KI4ND.
Yep, that's David, Kilo India 4 November, Delta November. He is in Radyville. Who else is Sal?
Comment.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on one second. Comment. Yes.
David, I relayed you into Ricky's net last night, just so you know. KM4YRS.
Roger, thank you.
All right, who's that other station? A little weak, but go ahead. You copying that, Mike?
I'm not.
Oh, one more time. It's a little rough. I mean, I'm catching every other syllable.
KR4AC in Christiana. KR4AC, Christiana.
Oh, very good. How you doing down there? That's great. You're actually your signal came in pretty good that time. Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. Sound great.
Okay, yeah, it's out here leaving from a
Yeah, very good, Tim. Good to have you in there. That was Tim at Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu, but I'm not, and he's in Christiana rather than at his QTH, which is normally in Murfreesboro, unless he moved and I don't know about it. Anyway, good to have you in there, Tim. Who else is Sal? Over to the east.
KM4YRS.
All right. I just don't need to put you in here permanently, so I'm making my law. Just put you in there. What do you think?
Works for me. I'm gonna be here.
Well, so says you. I did tell you. I tell you, I talked to Richard for a good length of time this afternoon.
Yes, and I didn't keep you very long on the phone last night, but I was encouraged by what he had to say.
Oh yeah, seems to be improving dramatically, which is great. Man, that's rough stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just glad. I was thinking the worst, and it came out the best. Well, not the best yet, but he's planning it. He's planning on being. He's hoping to be released here in the next handful of days or so.
Well, that's good news, and I'm glad you got to call him.
Yeah, I texted him first. I was because the number you gave me was his regular phone number, so I texted him first, and I said, "Just tell me a good time to call." He goes, "No, it's fine." Anyway, so I knew he's doing pretty good. Anyway, who else is? Where was I? East. Nobody else east.
Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey.
Hey man, where are you on the digital nets tonight? You fall asleep?
No, I was over at my son's house watching TV and playing with the new puppy for a little bit.
Is that a euphemism for something? Oh, the puppy.
Nope, Aussie Doodle, so real live, honest to God puppy.
What kind of dog is it?
It's an Aussie Doodle. It's a mix between an Australian Shepherd and a standard poodle.
That thing's going to be huge.
40 pounds.
Well, that's not too bad. I just figured it'd be bigger than that for some reason. Are they tough to make into a pet, given that the Australian dog is kind of a working dog, isn't it?
We had an Australian Shepherd many years ago, and that was one of the best dogs I ever had. I mean, it wanted something to do, but man, I've never had a dog be so obedient before.
Oh wow. Yeah, I know some working dogs are problematic because they have to keep busy.
Yeah, I think this one's going to need to have some supervised activities, but I think it's going to be a good dog for him.
How about just a giant yard?
Well, they don't have a giant yard, but they'll survive.
Yeah, I got you. Anything good for the night? You sound pretty good. Are you on your regular radio?
I'm on the base radio right now, and hopefully tomorrow for the 10 meter net, I ordered a real honest to God 10 meter dipole. So if I get it up tomorrow, I'll try that out.
Oh, great. Well, good, very good. Anything else, Blair?
No, that's it. KO4 SSW.
Yeah, very good. That's Blair, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Sierra Whiskey, and he is here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Anybody else east or north? I already had north, but we're going everywhere. East or anywhere? Man, Kevin said he was going to be here on the net, Mike. You got his text him. I just talked to him before the net. He must have fell asleep. Getting old sucks. Any place, anywhere, please come now.
You talking about MIZ?
Yeah. Of course, there's the other Kevin down south, but no, MIZ. I just talked to him. Well, I talked to him at 7:30 or something. 7 or somewhere in that area. All righty, then we're going to fall into the old. Now we're looking for the landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, repeater chunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, if I'm able to recognize them, the moon landing deniers, the flat earthers, and the flat earth deniers, not to mention the people who believe there's people living inside the earth. And let's see. Also, we had I always keep forgetting. I got to write that down. We were looking for people, the donglers, the people who use donglers to get on the air. Dongles, not donglers. Anybody else? Please come now.
K1 SPD.
So you always wait for that, don't you?
I try.
Yeah, very good. It's a good thing I don't jump out of here sooner, right?
Well, I was going to wait for you to say, well, let's go on over to sideband or wherever else we're going, and I was going to jump in right then, but sometimes you're pretty quick on the draw.
Well, we moved right along. We had 20. You make number 21 tonight, which is kind of normal for Saturday night, but we're doing good. How are you doing?
Doing fine. I had my HT out. Hold on a minute.
You had your HT what?
Yeah, I had to call. My dog was out in the backyard, and I didn't want to miss my chance to check in, so I grabbed my HT, and I could hear you, Michael, and who's that in Reedyville? Is that David?
Yeah, David, NDN, yes.
Yeah, I could hear all y'all on my back porch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, but I came back in. All right, carry on. I got nothing else for that. K1SPD.
Very good. That's Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, and that's Scott. He is in Laverne, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Yeah, it's interesting how people, you mentioned going out with your HT and listening. It's amazing that a lot of people who are in ham radio, they don't realize how much you can hear, even with simple means, what's on the air. And of course, you have to have people on the air to hear them too. So we kind of fit that bill, I think. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere before we move on to 144.240?
KO4 OTV.
Man, you are a sandbagger.
I just turned the radio on. I just got home.
Oh man, you gotta stop. You don't be stopping at the bar on the way home, man.
Well, guy I'm going to work with, he don't live far from me, and he had decorated up his whole yard to basically a haunted woods, and they've been working on it all month, and he invited us over to see it, and he had, I don't know, a couple hundred people there. It was pretty neat, actually.
Wow, that's great. I admire people who do that because I wouldn't do it. And where I live right now, it's a dead end street. There's only about 45 houses on the street. And you know how many children stopped by in the last 13 years?
How many?
0.
I know the feeling. We can decorate everything up here. I still don't think they'd show up way out here, which we've got in the neighborhood, not down the street here, but I just don't think they're going to come off the beaten path just to get to this one house.
Well, my wife will buy. She will buy. I guarantee you, she's going to come home, before the end of the month with, hey, they had them on sale over at, the day before Halloween over at, Walgreens. She brings home 4 pounds of candy, and I go, thanks a lot, because who's going to eat them but me and you? And you're going to work. They're going to work with you the next day. I assure you.
You ain't kidding. I can't eat that much junk food anymore. I mean, I'd love to, but it's probably going to kill me.
Well, that's like a scariest day of the year for people who got diabetes.
No kidding. Puts a whole new meaning to diabetes.
I'm not kidding you, man. It just seems. I may have mentioned this on the air before. I read this book some years ago called Sugar Busters, written by two doctors who do nothing, primarily treat people with diabetes, and they're nephrologists or whatever. No, not nephrologists, whatever that's called, diabetes people, and they mentioned that the average consumer in the United States eats like, I forget what the number is. They eat like 22 pounds of sugar.
Oh, there's no question about it. I was watching a video the other day that made me sick about all the stuff that they put in American foods and compared to other countries, and I should send that out to the group. It's kind of disturbing.
Well, the beauty of that is, though, not that that's a beauty. The beauty is just because all of the foods, including breads and sweet breads that they sell and stuff, there's a lot of sugar out there. I mean, tons. Because I saw this guy. He was teaching about dieting, and he says if you see something that says low in fat, it's always high in sugar. He says if it says it's low in sugar, it's always high in fat. And so it's true. You have to have something to taste, because otherwise nobody's going to eat it, and so you can't win. So the point is you have to control your own eating habits. You don't have to have sugar on sugar syrup. You don't have to have sugar on bread. You don't have to have sugar at all.
What? You're right, and it's virtually in every single thing.
I guess it is. I mean, I think I had some green beans tonight. I don't think they had sugar unless it was naturally in them.
Yeah, that's probably safe to say that it doesn't, but I mean, it's probably high on sodium or something else.
No, I added the sodium.
Exactly.
No, I understand what you're saying, and that's one of the problems. Is we, my wife and I notice it, and again, I'm no lightweight. I'm a pretty big guy, and I used to weigh 50. I've been as high as 300, so I can throw stones around a little bit. But we seem to have lost our culture. American culture has lost its will to be healthy. I know that sounds silly, but it's true, because when I was a kid, just a very few people were overweight. And I mean very few. Mostly they were older people. They were in their 60s and 70s because they retired and they just gained weight. My grandmother was one of them. My mother was one of them. But most of the people I knew were skinny. But maybe it was because we couldn't afford fast food. I think that was it.
And it's much easier to put it on than it is to take it off.
Oh my gosh, how will I know? I've been, like I said, I'm thrilled with myself that I've been able to get down to 230 something pounds. I mean, I feel much better and I feel healthier, and hopefully, I fall down, I won't break as much.
That's the truth there.
No, it's true. When you get older, man, you fall down, you break stuff. So anyway, no, it's a real challenge for a lot of people. Anyway, anything before we move on?
No, but I'll see you on the next one. KO4 OTV. Back in it.
Very good. That's Joel, Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor. He drug up the last. Oh, unless there's somebody else out there, please come now.
KG4, am I saying?
Hey, did Mike call you or text you to come on here? Hey, Kevin, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I was wondering who you talking to. I thought maybe somebody else walked on me. No, nobody's called me. I come in here from watching TV. I've lost track of time.
Okay, I was calling you bad names earlier because I just talked to Kevin before the net, and he says he's going to be there, and now he's not here.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, man. Yeah, I lost track of time. I was in there watching something dumb. How them dumb shows are. They get your mind, get you distracted to watching it. I was hooked. Uh, but I tell you, like when you was just talking about but you didn't see skinny or you didn't see fat people when you were young. That your generation was probably the last generation that was going to be like that, because that's when fast food came along, Swanson dinners and all them TV dinners, and that's when they started putting all the additives and junk all in the food and everything. And so your generation
Well, if I showed you pictures of my father's and mother's generation, my father looks like a concentration camp victim.
Oh, they all will. Yeah, they all will. Back in the day where when you were young, they were all like that. And you probably be hard pressed to find anybody your age that was fat unless they were had some sort of disease of some sort. And back then they didn't have that many diseases because they didn't have all the chemicals in the food that was given the diseases. They gave them to us now. So hell, that's your generation was probably the healthiest by far until there ain't no more.
Well, it's funny because you say that. The heaviest guy on our high school football team in 1966 or 67 was somewhere around 200 pounds. Now high school football team linemen weigh 280.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, well I don't want to tie it up. I heard you saying that, and there was something else I wanted to mention that I heard you talk about, and I was going to say, but I'll think about it later. Stay for okay.
All right, I'll hear you thinking about it though. That was Kevin, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu. He's in Lebanon over by Cumberland University, holding down their philosophical society over there. Anybody else before I move on? We're going to 144 240. We had two in there. My gosh, that was KM4HQ Hotel Quebec Echo. Stan, everything okay, Stan? There was somebody else in there too, so hold on.
Yeah, they're pretty good, Paul. Just got some log back in.
Ah, very good. You only have two. I got six, and I bringing them. They're not too bad though. They go out and come in at when I call them.
Yeah, the younger one we have, she's not too good about going back in my call. But anyway.
Very good, Stan. I'm glad to have you in there. That was Stan in Lebanon, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who was the other station? Hey, man, you either start first or you start last. What's going on here?
I figured I'd lag behind tonight.
Well, you're doing a lot of lag in there. You did great. You're number 25 tonight.
Well, all right. Because they brought everybody else on there didn't hear me, and I won't keep let's move over to the next band, and we'll take it easy, everybody. K4VBA.
Yeah, very good. You had a good audio, but for an S3 signal, so you're doing fine. Anyway, that was Mike. He's up in Hendersonville. No, you moved over to let me guess, Goodlettsville, or is it? I forget now. Gallatin, that's it. Gallatin. I got to remember that. I always, when I first moved here, I said, "Are you sure they spelled that right to call it Gallatin? Because it's got two L's, and I don't know what to do with two L's and say Gallatin. It should be Gallatin."
I don't know. We moved here from Fort Campbell and back in '76. Gallatin. That's all I can tell you.
Oh no. I get it. Listen, whatever they call it, it's their business, not my business. It's probably somebody's last name. I don't know. Anyway, that was Mike in Gallatin. And it's Kilo for Victor Alpha with a good signal. Who else? Anybody else before we move? We're in out of space, so you can't check in. All right, we're moving over to 144 240. We'll see you there. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 144 240. Looking for check-ins from the north. Please come now. Very good. We got Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey, and Angeltown Bethpage. Who else? With good signal, by the way. Who else is north? Nobody else north? Hey, very good. We got Frank in there, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Who else? Anybody else north? And we'll move to the west. Please come now. All right, we had two in there, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec, and that's Charles in West Nashville, and we had Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor Jack in Southern Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
And we had Greg in the heart of the tourist district down there in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Nobody else west? How about south?
Oh, that's me. K1S.
Hey, very good. You sound good. That was Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, in living the high life in Laverne. Who else is south? How about going over to east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF. Michael in Mount Juliet. Who else in east? Very good. We got Earl. We got Earl in there. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. You sound like you're a little bit off frequency, or is it me?
Yeah, well, it might be a little bit of both of them. Besides, trying to adjust community or something like that, so it might be a little bit of both of them. Might be conditions.
It sounds like you got a really bad cold in my headset. Yeah, it's Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he is in Noreen, just east of the Cedars 11. And who else is east?
KG4, Moses.
Hey, you sound fantastic there, Kevin. It's Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu. You're holding down that university staff over there?
I'm going to tell you, man, I'm trying to, but I can't because they got a rope on me. Hey, well, man, this 2 meter sideband is kicking. We should do this more often. Man, it is good.
Well, we do. I tell you what, I have come to the conclusion that ultimately, if you had an emergency, everybody needs to be on 2 meter sideband.
Oh, I agree, absolutely. And over there in the west hours, them just as plain as day, like I'm hearing you.
That's what I mean. It's unbelievable how much it cuts through the noise. Who said I agree?
All right, well, I'll let you go, KG4, Moses.
Very good. We'll catch you later, Kevin. That was Kilo Golf 4 Mike India Zulu in Lebanon. Was Scott in there? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, I was said I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's true. It's a sideband. It just cuts through the fog, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Very good. Anybody else east? Stan coming in from the east. Had to put the dogs out again. Stan, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. You out there? Nothing heard. How about north? We already did north. Or anywhere. Any place, anywhere, please come now. All right, we had 25 on 2 meter upper on FM and 10 on sideband, and we're moving over to 50.135 unless somebody complains.
Well, don't listen for me. K1SPD.
Very good. We won't listen for you. In fact, we'll make a point not to listen to you. Was there somebody else out there? Can anybody hear anybody's station? We got nothing. All right. 50.135. We'll see you there. K4 PW. This is K4 PW Net Control from Mount Juliet Simplex Radio. Now looking for check-ins from the north. Please come now. Very good. We got Frank in there. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Is my signal up to speed for you? Oh, okay, very good. No, yours is just you're using the long wire, right? The NFED. No, that's all right. I always expect you to be stronger on 6 meters than you are when you're on that wire. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north? Very good. You sound good in there. I'm glad we tested that out earlier on your mobile. Very good. That was Danny. He's in it's near Cottontown. I can never remember. What's the station? What is it? What is it called? Station Camp. That's it. Station Camp. SC, just like South Carolina. That's KD4 GON, and he's in Station Camp over near Cottontown. Who else is north? Anybody else north? How about west? All right, we only had 2 or 3 in there. We got Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, Jack in Donaldson, the heart of Tennessee. We got let's see, we had Joel KO4OTV in the heart of the deep woods. And was there anybody else? Very good. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. I got full copy, but the signal is low as kind of normal for us between you and me. How's my signal to you? Charles. So how is my signal to you? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're down in that kind, not in the weeds, but it's somewhere between 0 and 1. Yeah, no, I can still copy though. Anyway, that's Charles over in West Nashville. Kilo Oscar 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Who else is West?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. You're strong tonight
Yeah, you're very strong as well.
than usual.
Yeah, we see some odd conditions, but it's just fun now to see that difference though. And that's Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, the crime capital of Middle Tennessee. Who else is West?
Red light district.
It's not just a red light district anymore. Who else is West? All right, over to the south. And Scott isn't there. Who else is south? How about east? Oh boy, this gets repetitive. Anybody else out east? That's Michael, KM4YRF. Who else? Ah, very good. Got you in there. You sound great there, Kevin. KG4MIZ. Which antenna are you on? Oh, no wonder. Your signal's a little low, but I got a full copy on you. No, I don't think so because you do real well on that vertical. Even though I'm horizontal, you got a decent signal. It really is okay. Now, you copying them okay, Michael?
Oh yeah, I got a great copy on it.
Okay, very good. No, you're doing real fine with that J-pole. That was Kevin Kilo Golf for Mike India Zulu. He's up for president of the student body over there in the Cumberland University. Who else is east? Anybody else east? Stan. East Philip. No, I don't hear anybody else. All right, we had a grand total of 9. Is there anybody else before we move on to 223-415? All righty, we have 9 in there. Appreciate all the check-ins, and we'll catch you down the log and over on 223-415 if you got a scanner. And can't wait. I'm taking orders tomorrow for the rejuvenator I got on the web. So we'll catch you later. K4PEW. Appreciate everybody being there.
Man, Kevin, you had a great signal to me.